Yeah, I was saying that.
Oh, okay, we live. All right, look, there it is, man. We live, and in charge. So I want to say thank you, everybody, for watching our premiere. So we hope a lot of you guys just will come right on into this. But if not, it's all good. We are going to kick this live off with our segment that we're going to start here. Basically, I love the 80s. I mean, if you're very familiar with this, you're familiar with this from the VH1. We're going to do our own little segment of it. And pretty much just keep it going on. What you got to say? Oh, I can't hear you.
I was muted. I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of looking over here because I'm trying to figure out these dynamics now because we went from the premiere, first time doing the premiere to a live. Thanks, like you said, thanks everybody for watching. So I'm just making sure that it's actually like linking and working.
Oh, okay. No problem, man. No problem. I was wondering what was going on. I saw your lips moving with no sound. So I was like, what are you saying? Anyway, like I said, everybody, thank you guys so much for joining. We are doing this live show, part one of I Love the 80s, and the year is 1980. So I don't know about you, but 19 seems to be a really good year. We're going to go into our recap of that. Phenom, man, what are your whole thoughts on this show, man? Are you excited for the show?
I'm excited, yo. 1980 is it's a great year. We were very small at the time, but I like going back and looking at the nostalgia. Because I think it's different now. I think kids nowadays, they really don't go back like we do. Like they don't have that childhood. Like we can go back and look at all this 80s stuff. I don't think kids really reach back like we do. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Even though we were little when this came out, but when we got older, we went back and watched the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Want to be
very
hip,
true. Yeah. Very true.
Yeah, because for real, 80, I mean, we're still in diapers pretty much. So, but at the same time, it was a time when it was only a few channels on TV, few movies, few this. Mm-hmm. So even as you grew older, like you saw all the reruns because it more like 1 billion channels. So once some shit hit in syndication back then, boom. So it don't matter if you was a toddler, but because by the time we were of age, they was playing them same things in syndication, and we seen it all. We've seen it all, and again and again and again, baby.
That's it, man. So we're going to kick this show off, man, with part one. Look, one of the main reasons that the 1980s kicked off is really this fantastic show that everybody knows, and it had one of the best theme songs ever, The Love Boat, yo. I'm not even going to front. I freaking love The Love Boat, and it really is because of that damn song. That damn song is freaking fantastic, man. And I gotta ask myself some questions, yo. Doc was freaky. The dude was mad freaky, yo. But I didn't realize it when I was a kid until I got older and I started looking back. I was like, yo, this guy's.
No, he was the dude with the glasses, right?
He was the dude with the glasses. Yeah, he was crazy. What were you guys' thoughts on The Love Boat?
I mean, see, The Love Boat to me was one of those shows where the who's who of Hollywood would appear as special guests. That was the only reason I loved The Love Boat. I mean, Isaac was my man. He was the bartender back there mixing the drinks and all that shit. Yo.
Yeah. That's Isaac. I was all off. I'm like, Doc, Doc? Y'all know, like
that's what you used to do every time.
Yeah. Yeah, but I used to just love to seeing the different people just show up, and that's how you know a show was good because everybody had to get their scene on The Love Boat, yo. I can't remember none of the episodes, like the hijinks that went on with it. Like, was people dying on The Love Boat? Was people stealing on The Love Boat? Was people banging on The Love Boat? I just don't remember. Or was it just The Love Boat? Like, people find love on The Love Boat? I can't remember.
Oh yeah, I mean, it always has some hijinks on the episodes, but I mean, honestly, I've never been on a cruise, but every time I'm like, I'm gonna do a cruise, I do some like research, I get to YouTube, and a lot of shit go down on these cruises, man. I was like, yo, it's crazy, yo. But the cruises, they basically be like a whole little mini resorts. It's like a resort just on the water, yo. So you just out here doing your thing. So it's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. I really love the Love Boat because the thing about the Love Boat was people would come on the cruise, start good in the beginning, then shit would go really bad in the end. And then all of a sudden, before the cruise was over with, they was always made up and be back on in love again. But if you really look at this dynamic, they only had one. I only know one black guy on that boat, and that was Isaac. I never seen no other black people on this boat other than Isaac. For real, for real. Did y'all notice they have any other? I don't even know if there's any black people ever showed up on the boat.
Yeah, I don't remember enough.
Well, anyway, man, we'll get off that, man. Let's
But hold on, before you go into it, y'all, I did a quick Google search, y'all. I tried to look at like some of the famous celebrities that we may know that was on the Love Boat. Know what I'm saying? Let's see. Don't know him. Don't know Debbie Allen. We know her.
Debbie Allen's on the Love Boat. Okay.
She was on the episode. Christy Alley, Cheers.
Okay.
And she had a show too. John Amos, Good Times. Black dude on the Love Boat.
Yeah. Okay.
Lonnie Anderson, WKRP in Cincinnati. Barry the Burke Rhythm.
Yes.
Yeah, she was up there. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people up here, I'm pretty sure they was popping back in the 50s and 60s and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they had a whole bunch of people.
Show.
Yeah,
I mean,
but Corey did say it right. It was about the theme song, yo. So I mean,
love.
What you say? Somebody go ahead. Somebody gotta say it. Somebody gotta say it.
So we'll be making another run. The Love Boat. Man, I'm telling you, that song freaking fantastic, yo. We got a Chicago Cubs, man. Love and exciting new. Come on aboard. We're expecting you. There you go. Yo. Expecting you. And love.
Oh, that's just silly, yo.
Oh, how about this? The Village people was on the Love Boat, yo. I was like,
all five was on the Love Boat.
I remember that. I remember that, yo.
Oh man, did they perform? Did they do they? I mean, probably not, but
yeah,
really, like I said, everybody was on the Love Boat.
Yeah,
the Brady Bunch too. Yeah, the Brady Bunch was on the Love Boat.
You know how that was. That shit was probably crazy. Just Marsha complaining about some shit. No, I mean not Marsha Jan. Marsha. All the boys want to hang with Marsha. No, it was Jane was the one that complained, right?
Jan was the middle one.
Not sure.
Yeah, she's the
middle one. She was the one that complained because Marsha was the pretty one. She was the get hit in the face with a ball, football.
Yeah, but I just googled. The Village people did perform on the Love Boat. Yo, I'm looking at the video.
They did. Right now. Okay. All right. Well, that's good. So you know what else? So
well, I do want to say
before we go,
and this random, yo, because y'all never gave this motherfucker a mouse to click. But Hooper says it's a great theme song. I was after John Candy tries to sing in the Summer Rental, yo. Summer Rental, classic movie. That's all I'm gonna say. Yo. I love Summer Rental, yo.
Summer Rental, yo.
That was like when the first time I seen his breasts, yo. Shorty was like, yo, I just got him. Like, she's like, yo, she's like, yeah, look. How they look? You remember Shorty had that? I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yo, John Candy has some classic movies, man. The Great Outdoors. I mean, too many to even name. Oh my god,
Uncle Buck.
John Candy's hilarious.
Like all of them, yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Nah, but we're gonna stick with what's going on in 1980 because when you really think about it, the 80s was a great decade, but there was a lot of shit that came out in just 1980 alone. And one of the main things that came out in 1980 that I completely forgot about was Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back, yo. I mean, this movie really was the movie that put me on like Star Wars. Up until then, when the original Star Wars came out in 1977, I was too young to even understand. But when this came out in 1980, I was like blown away. I was still too young. Okay, I saw it when it came out on HBO though.
Corey, like, yo, I was in my diapers, like, yo, that's that shit. Like, Mama, stand out.
The first time I really saw Empire Strikes Back, I probably was like 6 years old at that time. Probably was about 6 years old. But me personally, I think it's the best in the Star Wars trilogy. That's just for me personally. But you guys, man, let me ask you guys a question. Who you think's cooler, Han or Luke?
Han
I
Solo.
mean, that's not even a question. Like, it's like, let me ask a question. Like, who's cooler?
Han Solo.
Luke is a fucking cornball. That whole movie, yo. That's why he lost Leia. I'm glad he did because you know what I'm saying. Turned out to be sister, or whatever. But Luke was trying. He shot his shot multiple times. She's like, nah, you just ain't got it. You know,
they
what I mean?
did kiss. They did kiss.
They did. But I give them the pass since they didn't know what the fuck was going on. You know what I mean? But
that was just bad writing, yo. It was bad writing.
Yeah,
they corrected.
But just in general, yo, like Hans. Glad, he definitely was way cooler. Didn't nobody want to be Luke? It's funny. Why had to say
I wanted to be Luke when I was younger.
I didn't want to be
Luke. As
Luke.
I got older, I just wanted to
be a Jedi. Like I didn't want to be Luke. Luke wasn't cool. Like I didn't want to be Luke. I did want to be a Jedi, but I didn't want to be Luke. You know what I mean? Like, but he was a Jedi after, so that's who you'd be like, But yeah, that's all you had. But nah,
true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say The Empire Strikes Back. So by the time old enough to watch it and watch all the movies, it definitely threw me for a loop, yo. So I will say like this is, I don't know if this is the first movie to do this or not because I'm not a movie historian, but to have it where almost like the bad guys win in the movie, like at the end. Like, you know what I mean? It really was The Empire Strikes Back. There's like, all right, y'all got that first one. We coming back, motherfuckers. Like, coming back. Like the title says it all. Like, you know what I mean? They really struck back where your boy Luke got it. Head cut off and shit. We got hit with the infamous line, I am your father. Type of shit. And he's So it's definitely like a movie where I was like, oh shit. Like I don't know like if any other movies were like having the bad guys win.
I think that was the
first one that I can think of.
Yeah. That was probably the first time when I thought about it when I got older, like they really set up a trilogy movie. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know writers wrote for a sequel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was the first time I said. Now they were writing for a trilogy with Return of the Jedi. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I gotta echo what Ali said. Yo, I would want to be a Jedi. I wouldn't want to be necessarily Luke. I thought Luke was a super sucker when he was in the swamp and he was training with Yoda. Yo, like he got on my nerves the whole goddamn time. Yo, he was complaining.
Horrible, man.
And Yoda was like, getting frustrated with him.
But you gotta admit, Yoda was kind of like, he was kind of bugging in the beginning, though, yo. He was eating his food and shit. He was going through all his lunch. I mean, he was kind of bugging in the beginning. Like, I mean, it was bad. But that is the introduction of Yoda in this movie, which is probably one of the iconic characters in Star Wars. And
he's an iconic character in life.
Yeah, true. Done by Frank Oz, the world famous Frank Oz, man. Shout out to him. But we got introduction to another character, my man, Colt 45 himself, Billy D. Williams, Mr. Smooth.
Yeah, man. He got introduced into this. I mean, but he was in different stuff before that. But he was like, Lando Calrissian.
Lando Calrissian.
That's what I said.
You said Rivian.
You're right. You're gonna say right. I don't know.
Lando Calrissian. Yeah.
Lando and the bando.
Lando Calrissian.
Riz.
You got that Riz. Daddy got that Riz.
He got the
Riz.
Yeah.
Got that game, yo.
Yeah, he was so cool. He wore a cape through the whole joint in Star Wars. He was like, I'm gonna put on a cape, and I ain't even flying nowhere. That's how cool he was, man.
Yeah, he was out here surviving. He was out here hustling, yo.
Yeah.
He was. Yeah, man. Yoda, Master Yoda. Oh, you go.
Shout out to Hooper. Go ahead.
Away, put your weapon. I mean, harm. Great warrior, warriors. That's right.
It's Yoda, yo.
Okay. I don't know if I can do Yoda. Away with your weapon. I mean, harm. Great warriors not make one great.
Yo.
Yeah,
that was good, yo.
That's really, you gotta put that sauce on you. That's how he used to do it too.
Yeah, that's how I used to laugh.
Yeah, that was good.
I know, but the best line in here is that do not do or do not. There is no try. That is one of the best lines.
That is definitely one of them joints. Do or do not. There is no try.
Yeah, do or do not. There is no try. Classic, yo. Who put that up? Hooper? Shout out Hooper, man. Shout out Hooper, yo.
That's a good one, yo.
Yeah. Thank you, Chicago Cubs, man. I try, yo. I was working on what's my man? Christopher Walken over the weekend. I think I may have him down. But moving on, though.
We're gonna get you there. We're gonna get you there, yo.
I'm gonna hit y'all with Christopher Walken real soon. But you know what? What was really, really good in the 1980s? Another movie that I completely forgot about. A movie starring Bill Murray, Rodney Dangerfield, and a great, fantastic class and a class of actors, including a freaking gopher. My movie Caddyshack, yo. Caddy freaking Shack came out in 1980. Yo, that movie was freaking hilarious, man. I mean, Bill Murray as the greenskeeper fighting that gopher the whole damn time. I just loved everything about Caddyshack, man. And I know you guys seen it, man. So, Fina, like, what are your thoughts on that movie, man?
I mean, I thought Bill Murray stole the show in it. You know what I'm saying? Him fighting the gopher the whole show. It was so good. It parlayed into like Caddyshack 2 and 3. You know what I'm saying? They really rode the wave for Caddyshack. And the other shit was horrible. Like, nothing beats the original. You know what I'm saying?
Awful.
Yeah, Chevy Chase was in it.
Yes,
Ted
Chevy
Knight,
Chase.
Rodney
Dangerfield. And I can't remember the other actor with the one that was really, he was angry the whole time. I cannot remember him.
His name is Ted Knight.
Okay, Ted Knight. Okay, yeah.
Trying to see what he may be familiar with. He was in MASH.
MASH. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you, Chicago Cubs. Ted Knight. Okay. Yeah. I had no idea who it was, man. No idea.
Yeah. I mean, Caddyshack. I mean, I will say this though. Caddyshack is good. Hooper said it right. Rodney Dangerfield kills. He kills in everything he's in.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if it still has the same. I don't know if it aged well. I might take a little flack from that. It's still a good movie, but I don't think it was as funny as people say it is. Now, it's probably funny shit then, but now,
for that.
A lot of movies do.
Nah, I ain't gonna go for that because honestly, Caddyshack is funny, yo. And this is like a movie came out before my time. Watched it back later and seen it, again later on in life when I got older. As far as the characters and everything, it's funny, man. Like, of course, it's how can I say, it's a different time. Like, some of the humor, like, they couldn't go too crazy. It was the 80s,
right.
You know what I mean? And they want to get, blocked or what have you. But Caddyshack funny as fuck, yo. Rodney Dangerfield came in there, like wilding.
Every singer.
It's got a good little plot.
Scene.
My man just trying to pay for school, out here caddying. Like, for real, like it's definitely an 80s plot. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to do this. And you got the bad guy, whatever. He switched on them at the tournament. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then your boy Rodney tried to get out of it. He got fucked. He was like, "Oh no, we got to quit." Like I forgot what happened. Like he got hit. Some shit happened with him. Oh,
I forgot. Somebody tell me. I gotta watch that part again.
Something happened with Rodney. He tried to get out the bet. He was like, "Oh yeah, I done fucked up. Tried to get out the bet." But then it was like, "Nah, you can't get out. You got to forfeit unless you pick somebody." And you know what I mean? They picked the young boy up. They hit the cut up here. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, I love it. It's like Chevy Chase is on top, yo. Fletch and all that shit back then, yo.
Saturday Night Live. But yeah, he, National Lampoon's Vacation. He was on Saturday Night Live, of course. Caddyshack. Yeah, he was on top of the world, man.
Yeah, Chevy Chase, HBO, yo. That shit was fire back then. I said HBO, SNL. All that shit was fire back then, yo.
Yeah, the thing in the 1980s, you got two types of comedies. So, like you were saying, you didn't think Caddyshack aged well because of the plot and the funniness. I think Caddyshack is pretty good, but I tell you one movie that
I still think it's good.
Okay, well, I tell you one movie that I think to this day to me aged. I can watch it right now and laugh my ass off, and that's motherfucking Airplane. Airplane came out in 1980, yo. 1980, starring Leslie Nielsen when he had gray hair back then. The dude had gray hair back then.
Yeah.
Airplane to me it's hilarious, yo. It is freaking hilarious from beginning to end.
I think that was one of the first movies that were, to me, was like really spoof movies. Like it started the spoof genre of comedy. You know what I mean? Like they'd do something really, really stupid in it. Like, you know, when the shorty was like on the plane, she was like, I like my coffee black, like I like my men. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. Yeah. Or when they sit there talking jive and the white ladies translating when they talking jive.
Yo, that's
the funniest part to me.
That's so funny as fuck.
They're trying to tell everybody to calm down the plane, and the black folks quite not understanding what the stewardess is saying. So she jumps in, she's like, hold on for a second. Come on, brother, we got to hear him do this, boy. Cut me some slack here. Man, she talking jive to these dudes. That was hilarious, yo. Yeah.
And then, you know,
that's hilarious.
And then the infamous, you know what I mean? What you say? Surely you can't be serious.
Yeah, he said, surely you can't be serious. He said, I'm sure I'm serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Why? I don't even know why that shit's so funny, but that shit's funny, yo.
Because it's great. Surely you can't be serious. I am serious. Yeah. And I'm not sure. Don't call me Shirley. You know, it's like classic, yo.
And I'll put a repeat up here for Jabbar. You know why? You know why we gotta put Jabbar up here? You get a shout out to Jabbar Roberts. Kareem.
Oh, absolutely. As the pilot. Oh my gosh. Yes, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was in here, yo.
And they kept asking him his cream. He was like, no. They did that one time he got mad. He's like, you tried dragging Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale's ass up the court, down the court, 94 feet for 40 minutes. Like,
he got mad at that kid and grabbed his neck.
Yeah.
He said, you tell your dad and you try dragging Kevin McHale up the floor for 30 minutes, see what he like. Yo, that was good, yo.
Oh, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah. And the thing about this movie is there's stuff going, if you rewatch it, there's stuff going on in the background.
Yeah, absolutely, yo.
I mean,
absolutely, yo.
Yeah, the stuff and the inflatable autopilot when they put it on autopilot.
I know. The inflatable,
and the inflatable came up. That's hilarious, yo. That's hilarious.
Oh my god, yo.
Oh man. Well, we got the guy go says, how about the lady that went wacko and then all the people were lined up?
Yeah, it was like, get it together. And then they got to lie.
Everybody kept getting a licking on her.
Yeah.
I forgot about it.
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, that was wild. Yo, that whole movie is wild, yo. For real, yo.
That movie was hilarious, yo.
Yeah, I need to go back and watch that shit, yo.
So
I got one, Corey.
Oh, go ahead.
I got one, but this is a major one.
Okay.
It came out in 1980. It was a sequel to the original. Superman 2, yo.
Oh, wow.
Superman 2.
Superman 2 came out in 1980?
1980, yo. And that's my favorite Superman.
Which one is that?
When the Kryptonians
That's
came.
the one where the
three of them, yeah, like the three of them, right? Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. That's my favorite. Favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that came out in 1980. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
Man. Dog, I know we're going to transition off the 80s movies, but that's a good one. But dog, I'm looking at 80s was popping with movies. Like, dog, I didn't know Friday the 13th came out.
But hold on, Corey, do that again. Hold on, do that one more time.
Do what?
That's how your boys float through space.
Oh, yeah. In the little piece of glass joint. Yeah.
You really froze his ass. He was just going through.
But that shit was so funny because they had Superman ass beat. Superman was like, he's like, give me your hand. He got on his knees. He's like, Superman crushed his hand.
He put his hand out like this. He was like, kneel. You soft.
He made that sound like
hand, yo, started crushing his fingers.
Definitely a shout out to Christopher Reeve. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
he was the original
he was the
Superman.
best Superman. I feel Christopher Reeve is the best Superman. I mean, me personally, because I've told you guys before off camera, but I think he was able to get the duality of the character better than anybody. He could go from Clark to Superman, and I don't think we've had anybody else that could do both. They're either one good at one or the other, or they not hitting either one. But I think he was.
I think those back there were a little bit more campy, a little more fun than the ones.
I mean, they were, but he did.
But it was good though.
Yeah, it was good, and pause. He had to look. He was a handsome man.
He had to look.
Yeah, Christopher Reeves was out there. You know, he was out there like wilding. Well, not wilding, but he had to look. Like you know, what I mean, he looked like Superman. Yo. Like if he was like, "Who's Superman?" You'd be like, "Him, right there." Like you know what I mean. So everything right there. Yeah, it all fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
facts.
Shout out to
him. I didn't know this until later. He actually started lifting weights like 6 months before filming and packed on like 25 pounds because he originally was a little thinner when he got casted. So he packed on some muscle real quick for this role, yo.
Yeah, shout out to THT.
Yeah, Superman's got power, yo. He got power, but you know who else got power? Fucking power pellets. And you know who eats power pellets? The best, most sold video game of all time, Pac-Man, yo. So I looked at this. It actually, the notes are in Guinness Book of World Records. This is the most popular arcade game of all time. Came out in 1980, man. Freaking Pac-Man, yo. I don't know about y'all, but I had to play Pac-Man every time I was going somewhere. That game, it's iconic, yo. It's iconic. What are your thoughts about Pac-Man? What are your memories of Pac-Man?
I remember playing. I can tell you exclusively. I had an Atari 2600. I played Pac-Man, and in Pac-Man, the board really didn't change in the original one. You know what I'm saying? But the ghosts got faster. So like, and so on the first board, you eat them. They what is it called? Respawn.
Regenerate or
respawn when they go back in the thing. But it's quick. I mean, it wasn't as quick, but when the farther you go in the game, the faster the ghost got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when they start doing the adding the cherries and the bananas and down the road on that one.
That's how you got the points. So you had to get those. You had to get those joints. That's how you got your points. So
facts, yo.
I fuck with Pac-Man.
It was risky though, because if you went out and got it, you were risk getting eaten though. That was the thing. Though. It was risky.
Yeah, and that's like always knew the experts at Pac-Man. Like, see, I'm on my desk. I don't know if I should show my work equipment, but either. Because I'm trying to think, because there'll be a motherfucker up there playing Pac-Man, like the shit, he just be going, he have a like they keep their hands on the joint.
Yeah, true.
Like they smack you.
Smacking the joint.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's how you knew there was an expert. And then, of course, I was a kid playing Pac-Man. My favorite shit was just to fuck with the ghosts in the tunnel, yo. Like I don't know why. When I was a kid,
go back and forth.
Go to the I thought I was doing some shit. I was like, oh, yo, I'm fucking their head up. Like I'm messing their head up. Like that was so much. That brought so much joy to my life, yo. The simplest thing. You would have thought I was doing a crazy. Like I can't play new video games. You would have thought I did some kind of 4,000 punch combo. All I was doing like. I'm on this side. No, I'm on this side. Like like
it was a cool thing because it felt like you was going in like the Matrix and coming out on the other end, and the ghost would be fooled for a hot second. It was dope. I ain't gonna front. But see, I was terrible at Pac-Man because I always went for the power pellets first, and then I had to spend the rest of the game trying to get all the. I was terrible, yo, because I wanted to get power. I was garbage, yo.
I used to try to get all the pellets and say that to the end because I used to just try to get because once you got them going blue, and if you played enough, you could kind of time it. Like I just sit at where they regenerate and they come back out blue. I just boop, 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 boop. But then of course I always got greedy and fucked up. They turn back. You know what I'm saying? They'll be blue. You be chasing their ass. You be like, I got him. You're like, you back there. You gotta turn back and like, I always got my. But I was just a greedy motherfucker. So
so we got a question here from Jabbar Robin said, who watched the Pac-Man cartoon?
It's like I remember the cartoon. I do remember it, but
I remember that. I watched it when I had a chance to, you know. I mean, if I caught it, I watched it, but I do remember it though. I do remember the Pac-Man cartoon. It was cool, you know. Look, I was a kid. I was gonna watch whatever came on TV at that time. You know what I mean? For real, for real.
Shout out to Retro Man. He said he got one up Pac-Man arcades. So
that's dope,
yo.
Yeah, that's dope.
I want one. Right over, I put it right over there, man. Right there in the corner too. That's where I'm gonna put it. Golly, dag, that would be nice, man.
I'm looking at some video games that came out in 1980. Yo, I'm trying to see what else came out in 80. Have y'all ever played Missile Command?
Missile
Command? Got like with the you at the bottom, you got this the missiles coming down.
Yeah,
like that comments and shit coming down. You never played that, Corey?
Nah, the only arcade that we had in Lancaster. Well,
it was on. I had Atari 20. You ever have Atari 2600?
I had this the Atari.
No, look, I don't even know what version I had it. My cousin had the Atari, so we used to go to.
I did have Pac-Man on the Atari, but I didn't have Missile Command. But I played we had a pizza place that was in Lancaster, so that it had Pac-Man. That was the only thing it had, and then later on it got Centipede, but that was
shit. You know what all these games remind me of? It's gonna be random, yo, because somebody else shot Retro. He put it in there too, as far as Galaga, Centipede. It reminds me of going to motherfucking Pizza Hut. Remember Pizza Hut used to have the flat video, not the real
lean over and play.
I had the flat joint, and you be like, you played that flat joint. You were serious, yo. Like I know you're an old head for real. Like that shit wasn't even stand up, yo. You had to look down. Be like,
Pizza Hut was the shit, yo. I remember that, yo.
Pizza Hut used to have the flat arcades. I didn't know why they had that shit. Why the hell? They was like, no, we just put this table right here, put a video game on it. Let's go.
Yeah. We got the Retro Man Randy Savage, 10,000 years at an Intercontinental Champion. Dig it. So he's probably I think Randy Macho Man is one of the best promo guys ever, you know, like nobody could do it like Randy. I mean, seriously.
Ooh, yeah, that's the wrestling you, because I'm like, what the hell does that even mean?
Yeah, well, he's Retro Man Randy Savage, man. He also says Missile Command with the trackball.
That's the other shit.
I don't know if it had a trackball.
Well, I don't know if it had a trackball, but you played a video game with a trackball, you old too. So how you used to be
that's how you play Centipede.
Centipede, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so you play the game with a trackball, you old.
Man,
I wear that badge with honor, yo.
One thing about Pac-Man, we're going to transition to another thing in the 80s that came out in 1980 that was really big. But one thing about Pac-Man had Miss Pac-Man. So you got the guys and you got the girls. So we're going to go to the babes, the hottest babes. That's what they were called in 1980. But the hottest women in 1980. The hottest women in 1980.
You're trying to get us some trouble, man. You're trying to get some trouble in here, man. No, go ahead.
They called them babes in the 1980s. I'm not saying we're calling them babes.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm just because you'd be like, yo, that's a hot chick. I don't even think chick was the 80s. That's probably like 2000s. I mean 90s chick. You'd be like chick.
Might have been. That's what they were babes. They called them babes back then.
Yeah, they were babes. Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I'm just thinking of words you could say like then you can't really say now like babes. You know, she's a babe. She's a chick. Hot chick.
Oh yeah, you can't.
Hot babe.
Or
they used to be like, yo, she's a hard body. Remember that? Just like she got a hard body.
I don't think I remember that. But anyway.
Yeah, hard body. Yeah. That means they tone tough, bounce a quarter.
I mean, I know that, but I didn't know they call them hard body or something. I don't know. But anyway, yes, you got it, man. There you go. Doc 72. There you go. Brooke Shields is definitely on the list. But you know who else is on the list? Bo Derek. Bo Derek was one of the hottest women of 1980. Also, Princess Leia herself, Carrie Fisher, is on the list as one of the hottest women in 1980. And two women from the show, Dallas, Charlene Tilton, and Victoria Principal. Two ladies from one show were the hottest ladies in Dallas.
I remember Victoria Principal.
Yeah, she was the one that was married
because
to
her
Bobby.
last name was, huh? Yeah.
I think she was the one that was with Bobby. Yeah.
Bobby. Yo, she was a Bobby, you know. You
was
like, yo,
Bobby,
what,
you know.
like which Victoria? Talking about Victoria? No, not Victoria down the block. Victoria live uptown, yo. You want to hang with Bobby? You want to run with Bobby? No, my bad. Go ahead.
And last but not least, the last hot women of the 1980, the year night, was Suzanne Summers from Three's Company. So those are like the five.
Now, I will say this though, Suzanne Summers had the game on the chokehold, yo. Not gonna lie, yo, because she was on Three's Company. She had the thigh master and everything. She like that picture right there with her with the pigtails, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suzanne Summers had the game on lock. I ain't gonna lie. You know, the only thing I couldn't understand is when I looked at this list, why they had nobody from the Charlie's Angels on there? Because I was really into the Charlie's Angels.
That's why.
Yeah, there you go. Well, see, we're focused on 1980, so these were the women.
Somebody did say Jacqueline Smith, yo. So
shout out to Suzanne Summers, RIP, you know what I'm saying, to the Queen. Had girls out here getting their thighs right, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the thigh master, yo. Everybody went among the thigh master with
you know what I'm saying? Shout out to her, Death by Snoof. That's for my freaky look, Phenom smiling, he been there before.
Nah, bro.
Oh, now you don't know what it is. Death by Snoop. Let's go,
man.
Don't pay me.
We had a Doc J72 said Brooke Shields, which is true. Brooke Shields was definitely one of the icons in the 1980s. But the reason why she was really so big in the 1980s is because of this movie called The Blue Lagoon. Do y'all remember The Blue Lagoon, man?
Yeah, I do. Actually,
classic movie, yo.
Yeah,
I remember this movie.
That's crazy, yo.
Oh, it is crazy that movie. Two kids naked on the beach, finding each other and finding love and having babies and the whole nine. I mean, the movie.
Not when you look back on it now. We look back on it now. It's definitely problematic. Like that was a movie,
wild, like yo, for real.
Yo, there was violence in that. Like the whole, but it's fucked up. It's fucked up for Brooke Shields. Yo, honestly, thing. She been, you know, I'd be up here making jokes and shit. Like, but for real, like I got limits. Trust me, like, but she's been sexualized her whole life. Right? Like she was like,
ever since she was
like she was a teenager, yo. Like she was a teenager, like she was underage. They had her. I was like, yo, that's crazy, man. Like
that's very true. Wow. She was what, like 14 or 15 when she did this movie?
Yeah, it's
crazy. But she was like, she was 11 when she first got, got these adult scenes, you know what I'm saying? Like this
would not fly today, man. Not fly at all. The movie crazy, but it was
a different time.
I mean, but it was a big movie in 1980. We got to talk about it because we're ruining the year in review. So there you go, man. The Blue Lagoon with Brooke Shields. But you know, even though Brooke Shields came out and it was problematic, there were some.
We got to talk about this though, real quick. Yo.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I just thought about just the concept of the movie, yo. It's crazy, like being kids getting stranded on the island. You know, and dude was like, "Yo, we can't go to that side because they had the cannibals, whatever." I guess they did have real cannibals over there, shit. But it's just like, yo, just imagine you being a kid being stranded on an island. Yo, do you think they really would have lived? Do you think they could have lived as long as they lived?
No,
not
even close. They would have lived 2 days tops.
That's how I'm like, yo, what the fuck was that? Like, come on, man. There's like little kids out here running around. Like, come on, bro.
That's why it's a movie, man. I mean, but yeah. I mean,
they were saying, "Can't give him 2 days." He was like 2 days.
2 days. I give him 2 days tops, yo. 2 days. Because they were like kids. They weren't even adults when they got stranded. They were kids. You know,
and man, she was 15 in Blue Lagoon.
I told you she was 15. Yeah.
Yeah, and just because dude was like, don't go to the other side of the island. Yo, you kids, you already know like how she went. They would have been all over. They would have been all over the island. And they would have been caught up and been on the skew, yo. Them islanders when they been eating brisket. I'm trying to think of like alliteration. I was like, I was trying, yo, real quick. I'm like, here, Brooke, but Brooke biscuit sounds good though.
Oh man,
good Texas brisket. We got that Brooke biscuit, nigga. Let's go.
Oh my gosh, that's good. That's good. Brooke brisket. Yeah, I mean,
it's
like
funny they. Like, cause like it's crazy, cause like I said, I'm looking at these list of movies, and Blue Lagoon is like is in all these lists was in the top 10 as far as the best movies in 1980.
But honestly, it is a good movie.
It's a good
when
movie.
You take out the craziness. It was just crazy,
yeah, because it was a good movie.
So, but one thing I want to kind of harken back to before we go to it, because you got to hear what came out in 80, yo, because you had The Shining came out in 80.
Oh damn!
Oh, wow.
I didn't know.
Wow.
Oh yeah, The Shining's classic. Classic. Yo.
Do you know I haven't seen it all the way through yet? I still haven't seen it all the way through.
Oh, for real? Yeah, The Shining.
That
shit scared. It scared me, man. Like them little twins. I was like, yo, them motherfuckers. I still see twins today, yo. Like I see Corey, your brother, see y'all together. I'm like, oh fuck. Don't let them be like little twins, especially like little twins. Y'all
little twins in a dress.
Like little twins, don't be dressed like some shit. I'm like, I cross the street. That's just like clowns for motherfuckers. I don't fuck with twins that dress alike, yo. Yeah. If you dress your twins alike, I hate you, yo.
The Shining did it to you, huh?
Yeah, man.
It's a
evil,
good movie,
brother.
Yeah, it's an evil movie, yo. So you already said Airplane, Star Wars, The Blues Brothers came out in 80.
Oh shit! Shout out to the Blues Brothers.
Okay. Yeah.
You know that was always Jim Belushi, rest in peace. Dan Aykroyd.
Yep.
He's still holding on out here, I believe. But Blues Brothers is fire. You know what I mean? Aretha Franklin. Respect. Yep. Let's go.
With Blue Lagoon, Raging Bull, Al Pacino.
With Robert De Niro.
I said Al Pacino, Robert De Niro. Yeah.
Elephant Man. When I was younger, I got them mixed up too. I was getting them mixed up too.
The Elephant Man. I just watched the Elephant Man like over the weekend. I was flipping.
I remember that shit when they do have it all fucked up. Yeah, I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
I haven't seen the Elephant Man.
I haven't seen that movie since I was.
You seen what the Elephant Man looked like, though, right? Like he had a deformed face.
Yeah, he's deformed. But yes, I've seen it.
And his arms and all that shit. Anthony Hopkins was in it. The movie, my first movie I ever seen, Flash Gordon. You know what I'm saying? At the movie theater.
Flash Gordon came out in 1980.
Flash.
He saved every one of us.
Yeah, that movie. Look, I was like, yo, it's on TV. I'm about to watch it. Dumpster Juice. One of the worst movies ever made. You know what I'm saying?
The best thing about Flash is the beginning when Queen is singing everything through the credits.
Yeah,
everything is great. The whole all that going in the beginning. But once the music stops and it actually goes to the movie.
Yeah, because he was a football player. Flash Gordon was a football player. And then, there was a scene where he was playing football with the people. He had the little ball in his hand, yo.
Oh my God, it's awful.
Trash. And then like when they was fighting on the spike thing, like the spikes come up and go down.
Oh, you know
down.
I remember that scene too.
Yeah, I'd be fucking up because I was like, no, I don't remember none of these things. I was like, how about this scene? And I just realized I'm thinking of Tron. I never seen Flash Gordon, yo. I don't think I ever seen Flash Gordon, yo. I'm on Corey time. I never seen Flash Gordon, yo.
Wow.
I would say go watch it. But
don't even worry about it. Just look at clips on YouTube, and that's about it for real. Now Tron is different. Watch Tron. That's good. That's good.
Well, I seen
Tron's good. Yeah, I like Tron.
Yeah, I've seen that. Oh,
I got a couple big more names. Friday the 13th. Okay. Friday the 13th came out.
Yeah, somebody put that up there. I didn't realize that.
I didn't realize that came out in there either.
No, Friday the 13th. It was the original. The original,
Holy crap.
It's so crazy because, of course, before I saw the original, I just knew Friday the 13th. So I'm just thinking, and that because this is back with no internet for me to go on and Googles and this and that. So I wasn't even spoiled. So I'm watching Friday the 13th thinking like it's Jason killing everybody. And then I'm like, oh shit, it was the mama.
It was a mama the whole time.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was crazy when I went back and watched it. Like, that shit was still surprising to me. Like, all these years later, it's like, you know what I mean? Like 6-7 years later, I watch it and I'm shocked. Yeah, like, that couldn't even happen today with the internet. You know what I mean?
It was a hell of a twist, hell of a, you know, because you don't know who's doing it until the end, where you find out it's the mama. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh snap, it's
I just thought it was because I'm watching. I'm just thinking it's Jason because I know Jason's Friday 13th at that time. You know what I mean? But then I had to lie when he jumped out the water at the end. I was like, oh,
yo, that was crazy. Yeah.
I was like, yes,
because that was another good part of that movie. Because you think the movie's over, she survived. It's the lake, it's kind of calm and serene, and all of a sudden,
that's that music too, y'all. You got just right. I got it. I was like, oh.
Yeah. And they do it in slow mo too. You can see her like get dragged in with the slow mo, yo.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. That was wild.
Absolutely great.
Wild, yo.
Yeah. Friday 13th. I mean, it set off a chain of movies to this day. They still making Friday the 13th 35.
I was to say you're right, yo.
Keep giving milk, yo.
Yeah, they got Jason the motherfucking Friday the 13th, Sunny Fowl, retirement home killer. This thing old as fuck. Like he is like
never stop going to kill.
He don't never stop. Like he's gonna be on his cane.
Then they had the multiverse with Freddy versus Jason. Like they it's like yo, Freddy over here, Jason over here. Hey, let's put them in the movie together.
Yeah. I watched that. I was a little hype. I was a little bit more hyped than I should have been, but then
everybody was, yo. Then you watch it, it wasn't that great, yo.
Yeah.
I got two more, and then
Jason was in space. My bad, yo. That's what I knew. I knew it was over when Jason was in space killing people. I was like, oh god damn.
When he went to Manhattan, I knew it was over. That was
good though. I didn't
like it. It was more
comical than on the street. It's like, yo, they put their little switch. What up, John Turkey? I don't know what they said. He was like, dude, like he fucked him up. Like when they tried to rob him on the street.
Yes.
The only thing I didn't like about that one was at the end, like the motherfucking the sewer, like shit and piss, I guess turned Jason back to a kid. Like, why the hell is this sewer water when he was holding on and he went, I remember that. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
That's why I said that movie, man, is just not good.
Honestly, it's not good. Now that you said
that's not good. But two more. We got Popeye. Popeye was like one of my favorite movies growing up with Robin Williams, yo. Like I love that movie. Somebody brought it up in the chat. Fame came out in 1980.
Fame came out in 1980.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. I hadn't. Okay. Wow. Damn. 19. You gotta admit, yo, that's a great year movie. That's a great string of movies. We don't even get that nowadays. We don't get not even close to getting maybe two great movies in a year.
I gotta step away just for a second, yo.
Go ahead, man.
All right. Y'all got it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you.
But I think every year. So just to let everybody know, like we definitely going down memory lane with the 80s. Like focus on 80 tonight because. That's when we really start getting to that's our wheelhouse kind of because we were still trying to figure out life, you know what I'm saying? Watching stuff on TV. But it's pivotal because we consider, I guess we like late 70s, early 80s, 80s babies. I don't know that genre. Generation X. You know what I'm saying?
We right, dude. I'm not gonna lie. We are like we're right on the cusp. Because we're coming at the tail end of Generation X, but at the beginning of another generation. So we got a little bit of both though, but technically we Gen X. We at the tail end of Gen X. But I can kind of go on Gen Y a little bit, like I think that's what the millennials, I don't know what they call them, the millennials. I'm sorry, it's Gen X, millennials, Gen Y, and Gen Z. I think that's how I go. I think. Don't get me wrong.
It might be Gen Z, Gen Y. I don't know. It's too many alphabets, yo. But before us was the baby boomers and all that stuff, yo. Yeah. But the 80s also, it didn't just give us good movies and hot people to look at, yo. It also gave us some music, yo.
Love it.
what I got up here, I'm gonna give you five off the bat. The top 5 songs of 1980.
Okay.
You got "Call Me Blondie."
Oh yeah,
Another,
yeah.
Another "Brick in the Wall," Pink Floyd.
Breaking the wall.
Magic, Olivia Newton-John. "Rock with You," Michael Jackson. And "Do That to Me One More Time," the Captain and Tennille, yo. Top 5 songs of 1980, yo.
Wow. The top 5. That's what's up. That's some good stuff, man.
So "Call Me" by Blondie is a dope ass song. I love Debbie Harry. You know what I'm saying? Check out our channel. We got some Blondie reactions up there. Music. I mean, I don't think they make like people like Blondie anymore, like Debbie Harry anymore. What I mean by that is, like, she's simple, she's beautiful, she's distinctive, she has style, she has charisma. Yeah. Like, when I think 80s music, I think her. When I think 80s music, I think Pat Benatar. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, they was like fighting neck and neck for, like, not fighting each other, but like in the eyes of the public, like those were the 2 leading ladies of 1980, man.
Clearly, I mean, for me, that's what I think of. I think of Blondie and Pat Benatar. They're like right there, you know, the 2. You got a blonde and a brunette, you know, but both singing music in 2 different ways, you know, but it's iconic, it's memorable, and they have their own lanes, but people were trying to pit them against each other, but you really didn't need to. They were just in their own lanes at the top in their own lanes. But to me, yeah, those 2 are the ones that stand out for me in the 1980s, man. Blondie and Pat Benatar, man. I mean, damn.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, the thing about 1980 was just so key is like disco was tailing off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I put this comment up here. Tanya said, like, the jump from 1979 to 1980 is a huge jump, and it's 1 year. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, disco had the 70s and a super duper chokehold. Then it faded away. Then the new wave of like the new wave, what was it called? The English invasion, the next English invasion, or new wave music started coming in. You know what I'm saying? And number 2, shout out to Pink Floyd. You know, we got a Brick in the Wall Part 2 on our channel. Go check it out.
Yes.
One of the best.
I didn't know that came out in I forgot that came out in 1980. Damn.
Yeah, Brick in the Wall.
Yeah. Man. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. I mean, good stuff. And you said a song that is considered the best makeout song of 1980. "Do It to Me One More Time." I think that's what you said. By Captain and Tennille.
Yeah.
So,
how's the song
do
go?
it to me one more time. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what that song is.
Yeah, this is considered the best makeout song of 1980 from Captain and Tennille. I don't know why he called himself Captain, but
he wore a captain's hat, yo.
For real? You know.
Yeah. But you know what's funny though? Like Captain and Tennille, they had one song that I knew before this was "Love Will Keep Us Together." Love will keep us together. You never heard that song before?
It sounds real familiar, man.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest songs.
Give me like give me like another 10 seconds of that. I'm trying to figure it out.
What? Which one?
That was messing with him, yo.
No,
I don't know how it goes.
I'll try.
John, just sing the song, man. I don't know the song. I'm trying to remember the song, man.
Which song?
Love keep us together.
Love will keep us together.
Keep
That's all I know. But I know the beat, yo.
He's trying to mess you up, yo. He's trying to mess you up, man.
No, man, I don't know the song. I'm just trying to hear the song. I'm trying to remember, man.
Hey, Google's my dude, yo.
Look, Captain and Tennille got a divorce, according to Doc 72. Shout out to Doc 72. How you doing, man? But that's why you can never be a group. Never mix business with family.
Yeah, the only people I remember that stayed together that was a group married was Ashford and Simpson, yo.
Oh yeah,
they were that's the only ones. Because everybody, those are the only people I can think off the top of my head that was in a marriage in the industry and lasted without getting
Yeah, but you know they lasted because like there's the only people that had their furniture all their furniture was wrapped already. It was a bit too much work to get like plastic covers or all the rest of the furniture. All that motherfucking dairy cool juice, all that juice. Like you know how much work it is to get all your furniture wrapped to save it from that juice, yo.
Yeah.
Like
you stupid.
That's so glow. After Simpsons definitely had that soul glow.
Yeah, they had the juice dripping, yo.
Yeah, the juice dripping, yo. So like it was like, yo, fuck, it's cheaper to keep her. At this time, he was like, yo, you know how much I paid for that motherfucking sofa? You know how much that's alpaca. Blast that shit. Like you got some juice in that shit. How your boy blast that shit. Don't wipe blast that shit. That's alpaca.
Dude, I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, American Gangster.
American Gangster, yeah.
See, I ain't seen that. I haven't seen
You never seen
American Gangster?
I've seen clips of it. Yeah, I've seen clips of it.
Man. I don't even.
So we just had somebody that brought it up in the chat, and I can't find it now. But we were talking about top songs of the 1980s.
Mm-hmm.
There is one particular top song in the 1980s that we do have to touch on since we talk about music right now. Rapper's Delight by Sugar Hill Gang.
Oh yeah.
You know what, Corey? We simpatico, yo. That was I had my finger on the trigger, ready to hit this comment, yo. Look, because when they say Rapper's Delight, we hip hop heads through and through.
Yeah.
This was obviously the first hip hop song we do. This is probably the first hip hop song I knew the lyrics to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because it played it so much, and it just changed. Hip hop changed my life. It changed my. You know what they say? Hip hop is not music; it's a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
It's not something you listen. It's something you do.
Something you do, yo. And this was like what I like to call, and because we coined it for Corey, happy hip hop, yo. This is like fun hip hop, dance with hip hop.
It definitely was.
You know what I'm saying? It kind of people movement. I remember. I loved it, yo. It was in its infancy.
I love it. I mean, a lot of people know the lyrics to this day. I mean, that song, you play it to this day. Everybody going to sing that song all the way through to the end.
I remember, like I said, my dad used to DJ and shit. So I remember he had this record. I used to listen to his record, like on the record player. Like I mean, later on in life, like
you had the big record player. Yeah.
I'd be like, boom, was playing it. Because that's when I never realized how long this fucking song was until later on in life. I was like, God damn, this shit go on and on and on.
Yeah, it's long.
But shout out to Grandmaster Caz though, because he one of the dudes just stole the whole Grandmaster Caz verse and he never got paid. Like one of them, he even said, Big Hank, like because it's Grandmaster Caz is short for Casanova, and he was like he stole his whole verse. That's what he'd be like, it's the CAS. Like he was spells out his name, like he just stole, like he didn't even change nothing. He just took the Caz verse and put it on the song.
Oh no, I did not know that.
Casanova's verse, like I said, he spells out his name and everything. He
does.
CAS, the VA.
Oh no, I did not know that.
Yeah, he just took a whole of somebody's verse.
Damn, I guess that was before you could do stuff to people for taking.
Because they're like because they was all rapping in like clubs and whatever. Like you know, man, won't like there was like big time as far as. So he just basically stole the verse. It was like, yo, I'm gonna make it.
Wow, damn, I did not know that.
And
this was a long song. I think the reason why this song was so long because it was coming out of the disco era, and the disco songs were really long back in the day because roller skating and all kinds of stuff. Like disco songs were long. So I think that's why they made this song as long as they did, because they do about 5-6 verses on this song. I mean, this song is long. It's about good 7-8 minutes.
And shout out to the lady that ran Sugar Hill. Like she was like one of the first female like executives. Like the lady that signed them and did all the stuff.
Sylvia.
Sylvia. There you go. I can't think of her name. Sylvia Hill. Is it Sylvia Hill? It might have been something. I'll let you
that
look
album
it up.
cover, man. I remember that.
She was one of the first.
I'm gonna tell you,
female execs or women like lady execs. You know what I mean? And she basically ushered in a whole new genre of music.
Yeah,
I just say it.
Sylvia Robinson.
Robinson, there you go.
Yeah, Sylvia.
I said Sylvia. I think Sylvia Hill, BT.
So would you guys consider this like the first like major hip hop song to go like mainstream and really do well. Yeah.
And they got a lot of hate for the song too.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, but unfortunately.
Also,
because they weren't really in the. It's not even so much the song itself, because
Curtis Blow the Breaks came out that year too.
Yeah, but they weren't like in the clubs. See, that's the whole thing. In hip hop, this is the one thing I can't talk about. Hip hop is like boom, as far as like coming up, especially that time, it was like about parties and this and that. So like people had tapes. It's almost like for you to relate, Corey, it's like go-go, like how they had go-go tapes, like just recording. That's how hip hop was, just recordings on tapes, like people performing in clubs and what.
Yeah,
they had the tapes. People hustled the tapes. Like these dudes didn't come up through that. Right. They were like a put together group. Like one of them, I think one of them was like Sylvia Robinson's family, something cousin. Another dude, like boom, boom. Like they didn't come up through the ranks, so to speak. They didn't put in their dues, so to speak. And that's why they got hated on a lot. But she had the vision. She was like, yo, fuck it, yo, this shit can go. And I'm gonna make it go.
Yo.
So
for her to put she put the battery in back, yo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she was an executive, yo. But it's funny though, because like I started Googling like other songs that came out in the 80s. Like Curtis Blow, These Are the Breaks. Bricks on the whips, bricks on the car, you superstar.
You know, that's great. I mean, I don't think
it's
a great song for 1980, but I don't think it has staying power.
I like the breaks though.
It does. It's a staple in hip hop, yo.
Yeah, I was gonna say
like that's like one of the staples of 80s hip hop.
Curtis Blow, I mean, for what it was at the time, Curtis Blow got hit.
Yeah,
for
that's what I'm saying. I mean, it was a song for the time.
Basketball, we love that
I Rule the World.
I like
I Rule the World.
I like
Curtis Blow got hits, yo.
I Rule the World. Like, I love him, baby. I mean, I love them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I froze up.
No, I want to give a shout out to Dot J72. He's like, Rappers Delight's the only song I know that rappers co-pectate. But your boy was sick. That is true, yo. I think this might be the only song, not even just rap song. This might be the only song, period, that has KO pectate.
So if you grew up in the 80s, you know about KO pectate.
Yes. Like, this is a 101, yo. A 101.
KO pectate is right there.
We all cannabis fans. He ain't never used KO pectate. He used
I was saying, yeah.
That's hilarious, though.
Oh man.
But yo, Corey, your boy Kool Moe Dee was famous back in '80. He was with the Treacherous Three. They had a song called Body Rock. Called Kool Moe Dee. You know, we know Wild Wild West Kool Moe Dee. How you like me now?
Yeah, Wild Wild West. How you like me now?
So he's been, people don't know he's been in the game like early. You know what I'm saying? When people think of him, they think about the Wild Wild West shit. You know what I'm saying? Late 80s shit. Yeah. Hip hop, man. Love it.
Well, look, man, hip hop definitely made a staple in 1980. So we're going to transition to some television and one particular TV show that was the hit of 1980s. You know it. All y'all know it. My man, Dallas. Dallas was the show of 1980. The show of 1980. And everybody's number one question was, who shot JR?
Yeah.
Does anybody know?
Yeah, because I looked that up in the comments. So who shot JR? Yo, let us know. Because that was the shit. Because this series actually came out in 77, but this was the year they did the cliffhanger, the third season.
Yeah.
And I don't at that time, like nothing really they never did anything like this on TV before, as far as like a cliffhanger like that.
Yeah.
And it was like, who shot JR? And it's funny because again, I'm in diapers and shit this time. But later on in life, I watched all these reruns and shit. I was like, who shot JR? Like I was another time I wasn't spoiled. And I couldn't go to the internet to look it up and see who did it.
Yeah.
Because all this shit hit syndication. And I actually watched it again. And I was like, oh shit.
So I mean, who did shoot JR?
So I know who shot her. Somebody put Sue Ellen in there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it could have been Sue Ellen.
The reason why
It was.
They showed.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
showed.
I mean, eventually did. Yes, I mean, I know they eventually did.
And they freaked it because I didn't even realize this because I looked this up because I was like, oh yeah, I remember Who Shot JR. They didn't even like the first episode back show who did. They didn't show who shot JR to the 4th episode of the next season. Like they were
holding on to that.
Yeah, shout out to the execs. They was like, yeah, we don't make this work.
Yeah, we're gonna milk this. I mean, that was one of the biggest campaigns I had ever seen. It was on everything. The National Enquirer, like, TV Guide. Y'all remember the TV Guide before TV Guide?
Of course, so
it was everywhere. Who Shot JR? Go ahead, Phoenix.
Yeah, no, it was I just saw the note. Like Chicago Cub got it right, yo. It was Kristen. It was Sue Ellen and her sister. Because I want to say, if I remember,
she had like a baby by or something. Yeah, she had a baby by. That's what she had pregnant by. She was like, and she was upset, whatever.
That's right. He was always messing around on Sue Ellen. Sue Ellen just.
But it was funny though because I got it mixed up because, like one of my favorite rappers of all time, Ollie's 2 Redman. He had a verse. He said, "Who shot JR? I did, right in the melon, so I can order rent to start Sue Ellen." So that's why that's what I remember from it. You know what I'm saying? He does
actually have a verse that says that,
yeah. So, but no, Dallas was one of those things. I think the soap operas like that. That was like a primetime soap opera. I don't even know
but that's what I'm saying. They weren't even soap operas really because I guess they were soap operas, but I don't know. Did they have a name? Did they have a name for them for prime time, or is it just prime time?
They were soaps, but they were like prime time soaps.
They were like prime time. So all of it, shout out to B Dubs right here because he listed off a whole list of them because this was Dallas's high all of it. Falcon Crest,
Falcon Crest. Yes,
Knots Landing. I feel like all that because Knots Landing and Dallas was like battling back and forth, like you know what I mean?
Yeah, they was right there. Boom.
Yeah, they had like the prime times.
Dynasty.
Yeah, Dynasty. Oh, yeah, Dynasty. Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Dynasty probably was the number 2.
I had no business watching that shit, yo, but I watched that. I love that shit.
Yeah.
Like I used to be in love with Jackie Collins. Yo.
Golly, I forgot about Dynasty. But
Diane Carroll was on
Dallas. I remember Knots Landing big time, but it was big. Yeah. The primetime soaps was a big thing back in at that time. Damn.
Yeah, well, it was good, man.
Shit. Who Shot JR?
Yeah, man. I remember that they did that season. Because somebody posted earlier. I gotta put it up, yo. Shout out to Mr. Barry B. 50, 50, 50. It was a dream. Because remember when motherfucking Dallas, they did a whole fucking season. And then it was like, because they brought a dude back from the dead, and it was like, it was all a dream. It was all a dream. Like I was like, what the fuck?
Read Word Up magazines.
Well, yeah, they did a whole season of shit.
Really?
People died and everything. And then they just brought them all back. And it was like, yo, it was all a dream the whole season, yo.
Oh, wow.
Dallas did some crazy shit, yo.
So, B-Dubs says CBS had 7 of the top 10 shows in the 1980. Dallas, Dukes of Hazzard, 60 Minutes, MASH, The Jeffersons, Alice, and House Calls. Yo, one of these was my favorite shows. I wasn't watching it in the 80s, but I watched it later on. Dukes of Hazzard, freaking love Dukes of Hazzard, yo. That was one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard was good. Jeffersons, of course, we know. Alice,
absolutely.
When she worked at the diner. Alice worked at the
Diner, Bell's Diner.
Yeah, with Bell's Diner. Yeah,
that was good. I don't remember House Calls. That's the one that
I do. They was like
House Calls.
They worked in like they worked in a restaurant in like a hotel or some shit or apartment building. Yeah.
Okay.
I never watched MASH. I never watched
Magnum PI. Magnum PI came out in 82.
All right, that's what's up. Right.
Well, that's what's up. All right.
Shout out to Karen, yo, because the 80s, it was the ladies wore the short pants. They had those blouses with the shoulders, the suits, the jackets,
the shoulder pads in the 80s.
They was definitely ready to hit the football field. They was ready to hit the gridiron, yo. You know what I mean?
The teased hair in the front and the shoulder pads, man. That was the thing, yo. Yeah, shoulder pads in the 80s.
It's funny though.
We're going to end this off real quick, but we can't do that without talking about one of we talked about a lot of movies in the beginning, but we forgot to bring this up. One of the biggest country stars of all time did a movie, and she actually was really good acting in this movie. And you guys know it, 9 to 5, starring Dolly Parton. Really, this song was so damn good because of the song, and the movie was good. The movie was really good. I think this is Dolly Parton's first role, and she actually did really well, yo. I mean, this movie was great. And one thing about this movie is a number one lesson: don't make women angry in the workplace. Don't do that. Some bad shit can happen to you. But yeah, man, 9 to 5 was a great movie, man. Do you guys remember 95?
I do, because it had
watching
Jane
it. I don't
Fonda,
remember.
Lily Tomlin.
Yeah, they definitely had a all-star cast.
Yeah,
I remember. I ain't gonna lie. The main thing I remember about 9 to 5 was the song. Working 9 to 5.
Yeah.
I don't know the words. It's like working 9 to 5.
Yeah, something the word to make a living.
Yeah.
But shoot, I do anything to work 9 to 5 today.
Yeah, fuck it. Now you work 8 to 5 and got
can't even get a 9 to 5.
Yeah, I was about to say it'd be like 8 to 5. They'll put you in the dirt.
I know they were getting a 9 to 5 and an hour lunch break back in the day.
Yeah.
And then guess what? Back then you got at least retire at 55. Now they try to push that shit to 70, yo. So
I was about to say,
trying
to
people ain't gonna see retirement now.
Nah.
But it's funny because like looking at like I said, Jane Fonda was in it, Lily Tomlin, Dolly Parton, and Dabney
I like
Coleman.
Lily Tomlin. She was in some
Lily Tomlin. Go ahead. Shout out to her. And Dabney Coleman, like I said, I think we referenced him before because he was in Cloak and Dagger, one of the best teen coming of age movies back in the day, yo.
Oh yeah, Cloak and Dagger was about shit.
Yeah, I remember that shit, yo.
The first teen kid spy movie.
Yeah. And I think like the dude was a ghost or a figment of his imagination or some shit. I can't remember all time ago. But yeah, I mean, like I love how you just brought like the movies and the music, well, music in the movies. We talked about TV shows. We talked about music. But one show that puts TV and music, we got to give a shout out to Solid Gold, yo. Solid Gold was one of the best shows. It was like the Who's Who. Marilyn McCoo, she used to host it. You know what I'm saying? Statuesque Black lady.
Real tall, yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't remember that at all.
That shit ran for 8.
It's like I know the name Solid Gold, but I really don't,
because they had the Solid Gold dancers that used to dance and stuff.
Yeah, that's how I remember. Like people mention like Solid Gold dancers, but I don't know shit about Solid Gold. Yeah, that's sad.
It was a it was
like
a
American
TV
Bandstand.
Yeah.
I think we did the song Break My Stride. We did the song Break My Stride on the channel, so check that out. Break My Stride, Matthew Wild. And we was watching it, and it had a Solid Gold break on it, yo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we was like, oh, what the fuck? Oh, they get back to the song. Yeah, but that's Solid Gold, yo.
Yeah, I forgot about Marilyn McCoo, man. She was gorgeous, yo. I mean, very tall, statuesque woman. She was a great host on the show. I remember watching that. That thing ran for almost a decade, that show.
Yeah. 8 years.
I mean, it ran for a long time, man. Long time. Wow.
But I mean, it was like a appointment TV, man, because this was like, you had Soul Train, you had American Bandstand, then you had Solid Gold. Solid Gold was a little bit more, trying to be a little bit more hipper than American Bandstand and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
I forgot about Solid Gold, man. That was a good pull, man. Forgot about Solid Gold. I'm looking at it now, man. These clips, yo. Yeah, man, Solid Gold.
You might gotta go down that rabbit hole, yo, to see these performances, yo. Because I know some people when we on the channel, some people get mad at us for making fun of the 80s, but we grew up in the 80s too. The 80s was ridiculous, yo.
80s.
Oh, the 80s was wild. Yeah, like there was a lot of coke and a lot of, especially I don't want to say a lot of money. It was like you was really broke or really. That's when the stock market shit took off. Reagan came in.
Yeah, the Reaganomics.
Yeah, Reaganomics came in, so it was like coke, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And technology started taking off more and more. Like from the 70s to the 80s is like night and day, yo.
It really is. Yeah. I mean, with everything, technology, toys, movies, fashion. I mean, the whole thing in the 80s,
thing.
it just because there are movies and TV shows that people are trying to redo from the 80s that it just don't work. I mean, the 80s had some, I mean, shit, we just named 4 or 5 iconic movies right now and TV shows. The 80s was just a good
and I
decade.
get to the 80s, like the 80s was crazy. Like I said, even the fashion was crazy, but the 80s was kind of thinking fashion forward. Like it was like the bright color, like the outfits and stuff. It was almost like 80s was thinking ahead. The 90s kind of pulled it back, more grounded. But the 80s was like, we live in a life, we live in what we think we don't live in the Jetson years. So we don't do that right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like just like the clothing style, everything about the 80s. Like even like the cars, like some shit like a DeLorean. You know what I mean? Like the 80s, when people was thinking, like, this is how we gonna live in 2020. We don't do that shit now.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember that, yo. It's crazy because if you look at when the 80s, like you said, the fashion, it was like a lot of androgynous looking people in the 80s, like men who wore spandex, big hair, and all that stuff. But I think B-Dub said something earlier. He said the 50s through the 70s was ridiculous too. I think we can say all that shit was ridiculous, yo. Like we can say times now is ridiculous. Like people wearing skinny jeans and like low cut shorts and all that bullshit. But I always I always ask my dad, like, your dad in the 70s, like, was you dressing like Ron Isley, yo? Like tight bodysuits and taco meat short and all that shit, yo.
But no, but see, it was different though back then because the people on stage, you didn't dress like people. The people on stage didn't dress like normal people. Like that was of course, Run DMC kind of introduced that shit. Yeah. But back then, it's like if I'm a performer, I'm gonna be like, even you gotta think of like Furious 5, like them wore spikes and this and that because they was like performers. So it wasn't stage wear like Elton John. Like, of course, nobody's gonna dress like Elton John. That was his stage wear. Well, nobody don't dress like certain, like you know what I mean. You want to dress like motherfucking.
I'll be honest. I don't remember seeing that kind of fashion in 1980.
No,
it was only during the 80s.
But no, that fashion was like the performers because
I'm sorry, Alec. I wasn't referring to you. You're right. Yeah. There was a difference between the performers, the way they dress, and regular people dress. I was talking about saying the androgynous look. I don't remember that so much in 1980. I remember it through the 80s, it getting like that, but not particularly in 1980. But you know what? I'm sorry. Before we close out, we did talk about earlier in this segment, and before I forget this, we talked about, we call them the babes of 1980s, but actually the women of 1980. We want to give a shout out to you ladies and talk about the studs of 1980. So there are two particular guys that was at the top. My man John Travolta and your man himself, man, from Chips. Those guys right
Eric
there,
Estrada.
man. Eric Estrada, yo. So you ladies can agree if you think these two were some of the top guys in the 1980s. Somebody said no Sting. Okay, maybe. I don't know if Sting was out in 1980.
Yeah, I won't look at Eric Estrada like that, but I used to fuck with Chips. So Chips was my show, yo.
Chips was a great show.
I used to get on a motorcycle. I'm like, hi.
Yeah.
California Highway Patrol. Chips.
Chips was a great show.
Yeah, the big ass motorcycles. I was like, I want to ride the motorcycle. Like, you know what I mean?
Them glasses, the they wore the gloves.
What was his name? Eric. He was
Eric Estrada. Yeah.
What was his name on the show?
Poncho.
And was it Baker? Was it Baker?
I don't remember the other guy name.
Jonathan Baker or some shit. I don't know what's his name for real. God damn. Yeah, but they were chilling, yo.
Punch.
Punch. That's what his name. Punch. Exactly.
Thank you, Chicago Cub.
Yeah.
Punch.
Yeah, Ponce
John. Yeah,
Poncherello. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Poncherello. Yo, they were cool as a fan, yo.
Yeah. John Travolta was an Urban Cowboy, yo. Urban Cowboy.
Yeah, Urban Cowboy was like a thing back then.
Yeah, it
was. That was the movie back then.
City slickers wearing cowboy hats and shit, yo. Crazy. But John Travolta was on top of the world, yo. I mean, like, coming off of Saturday Night Fever, all that stuff. Grease.
Yeah. Grease.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, man got a chin. He got the world-class chin. You know, John Travolta, he can dance, he's smooth. Look, I mean, because he was on Get Back. What's it? Carter. I forget the name of that show.
Welcome Back, Carter.
Yes.
Yeah, welcome
Grease.
back, Carter. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Yeah. So I mean, look, he was on top, man. So shout out to John, man. And I love John in Grease. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, Grease. So he was playing Johnny Zuko in Greece. So there you go, man. But those, we want to give y'all ladies some love too, because we did talk about the ladies of 1980. We want to talk about the top men of 1980, and these were the two that stuck out. So, oh man, this is really good. Now everybody, this is a part one series that we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about the whole decade of the 80s. So we just started off with 1980 because that's where it starts off. So we're going to keep this ball rolling. We're going to go on every year going on down the line. And there's so much in 1980. We might have to do a part two of 1980. But
yeah, because there's definitely some things we missed. Because John Lennon got unfortunately killed in 1980. Shout out to him.
Unfortunately,
John Lennon got shot. I was just swooping up some other shit. Yo, Post-it notes were invented in 1980, yo. Yeah,
Post-it notes were invented in 1980.
Post-it notes, yo. Like something so small.
They still strong today.
Because for real, what be supposed to? You could be like, oh, I'll type it in this and look at my phone and then. Like, no, motherfucker, just write the shit and post it, stick it on your shit, and you be good to go. Like, you know what I mean? Like my computer at work, I got so many post-its down there, like the bottom. I don't put mine. I always put them like the bottom. Like I just got a whole row. Boop. Taking them all, putting them on. Taking them all, putting them on. Like what we got?
Yeah.
Like
Post-it notes, one of the best inventions ever for the work office.
Yeah. And then also, I mean, we didn't get into it, but I did want to mention the Miracle on Ice happened in 1980. Like one of the greatest sports moments ever.
Let's talk about that. I'm sorry. Yes.
One of the greatest sports moments ever. 1980, the hockey team.
Russia and U.S. hockey team.
USA. I didn't even realize, the Russian team, they said, of course, they were 4-time gold medal winning at that time. Mm-hmm. They hadn't lost a game since 1968. They hadn't lost a game.
Yeah.
They've been undefeated since 68. Wow. In 1980, a team full of like mostly college players ended up upsetting them, like winning. It's like they say a lot.
But it wasn't a gold medal game. It was a
semifinal. But the semifinals. They ended up winning the gold medal though. Yeah, so they finished out the job, which is always what you want to do.
Which is
the
even
job
bigger.
Yeah, because you come off the high. You know what I mean? They kept it up. But but that's just crazy in itself, though.
That's a hell of a story, man.
Yeah, because
that's back to David and Goliath. I mean, like really. I mean,
because you gotta think back then hockey wasn't like super big here. Like hockey was big. It was one of the big four.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, all the other countries used to have like old motherfuckers like professionals and this and that. Yeah. Like the U.S. back then, we were sending all like mostly college. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So for that to happen is wild.
I mean, you got to name it. I mean, it really is the miracle on ice for real.
Yeah.
I mean, it's real. Like that is a big deal. Yeah, shout out. And we did not talk about that, but that was a very huge thing in 1980. So I'm glad you brought that up, man, because we missed that one. Yeah, that was huge.
Oh, shout out to Karen. She said she saw it live. They were in Germany at the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, Karen, you saw it live. Now I know that had to be exciting to see it live. It's one thing to see it recorded, but to actually see it when it actually happened, that's a whole nother ball game right there.
Wow. Yeah, Mr. Barry B 5050 said he watched it too. Unbelievable moment. But of course, I watched it later in life, and then they had the movie. Like the movie was good too. The Miracle on Ice movie.
The movie was good.
Like that was real good. So
I actually knew about it from the movie. Actually, that's how I knew about it.
But it was definitely crazy, man. I can't imagine. Like that was wild.
I remember the anniversary year. They just showed that game like over and over on ESPN. You know what I'm saying? Something because a lot of the players will still alive and be able to relish in the moment, y'all.
Yeah.
So I loved it, yo.
And hockey is a funny sport, yo. Because I ain't gonna lie, yo. I'm like, yo, I've never really watched hockey. I did used to play NHL. Of course, when EA was doing all the shit. Detroit Red Wings. I used to have Yager. I can't think of.
No, that was Pittsburgh Penguins.
Pittsburgh Penguins had their style.
Yager
and the other dude, the young dude. I can't think of his name. You look it up. But hockey, when I was working, I guess
Talking about Wayne Gretzky.
Doc's myself.
Oh, Mario Lemieux. Mario
Lemieux was the old head.
Oh,
Doc was the young
Lemieux.
dude.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yo, they were Pittsburgh was stacked. It was the third dude too that was on their team that was good as shit. Yo, that's why they were stacked.
It was, y'all.
But when I worked at Verizon, boom, I wanted some tickets because at the time in DC it was the Verizon Center. Now it's the Capitol Center. It was the Verizon Center, so I wanted some tickets. I went to a hockey game to see the Capitals play, and that was my first time ever seeing a live hockey game. Hockey live is fire.
It's fast too.
TV doesn't do no justice. Like it's so much more. You into it like live.
Wow.
Like you know what I'm saying? It's fast as hell, and you don't realize how big they are. Like these dudes, a lot of these dudes is like 6'6".
They football players on skates, man.
And then they on skates, too, so they seem extra tall. So they all seem like 7 foot. Like these dudes are big and fast. Like it's crazy. Like when you see it, you're like, oh, this is different. Like from seeing it on TV, it doesn't translate at all, man. And since a lot of people don't get to play hockey because nobody really has like a bunch of hockey rinks somewhere, you know what I mean? It's not like basketball. You just somebody we got to go, y'all go play, or football.
Right.
You just have football in the yard. Let's go. Like you don't really play it. So when I saw it live, I was like, yo, this shit is fire, man. Like it was a good time, man. And I've been to a couple more games since then. And like it's really a good time, man. But
hockey is good to watch, yo.
Yeah, it's just one of the things you got to experience in person, though. Because once you see him on the skates, it's like a whole nother. You're like, oh, this motherfucker is humongous. Like it's like
I'm going to have to check it out. I've never seen it live. Never seen it live.
Yeah,
I mean, like hockey. I mean, like we got to go check out. I mean, it's kind of hard. Well, where I live at, like the Caps is they my team growing up. You know what I'm saying? But it's so hard to get Caps tickets after they won the Stanley Cup.
Oh yeah,
the tickets will. Anytime you win a championship, it's just gonna go astronomically through the roof. Just like if like Golden State after Steph Curry and them leave, are they really gonna keep up unless they get another Steph Curry? Because they really gonna keep them ticket prices up. You know what I'm saying? But like every time you win something, it goes up. But I grew up watching the Capitals. Like Dino Ciccarelli, Adam Oates, Jim Carrey. Those are my guys.
Because when I went, it was what's his name? Ovechkin. I can't say
Ovechkin.
Yeah, Ovechkin was there. Like that's when I went. It was a while back for that game. Like I said, I've been to a couple of games since then.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, like
I
think because the 80s is like that's when I started falling in love with a lot of sports. I used to watch baseball. I mean, growing up, Cal Ripken was my favorite baseball player. I don't watch baseball as much now, but somebody brought up Reggie Jackson. I remember Reggie Jackson. He played for the A's and the Yankees back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Oakland
Mr. October. Mr. October, yeah.
That's right, Mr. October.
Yeah. Go Blackhawks. Yeah, nah, we're not going Blackhawks.
Yeah, I was about to say Chicago.
Love you.
Yeah, we don't fuck. Next thing you be like, go Bulls, and we'll have to motherfucking ban them off the channel and shit, yo.
Yeah, you can tell he got Chicago Cubs in his name, so you know he's Chicago.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, once you do go Bulls, I'm like, man, you really don't make me do this, Chicago? Like,
Well, I ain't gonna lie, yo.
I
got one. We all got a homeboy who is a Chicago Bulls fan.
Oh yeah.
He made me hate the Bulls growing up, yo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love Jordan, but just because he was on the Bulls nuts so hard, I couldn't like him, yo. So I grew up a Pacer fan, you know what I'm saying? Even though I grew up in DC, I grew up a Pacer fan. I love Reggie Miller, love Chuck Person from the 80s, yo. The Rifleman. So
hey, I got one, and we can go ahead and end it, yo. It's 10:30. We'll go ahead and end it. But I didn't realize this right here. Eddie Murphy joined the cast of SNL at 19 in 1980.
Wow.
If that's not the chef's kiss on 1980, I don't know what is, yo.
Man, 1980 was a great year. That's a hell of a way to end it. Eddie Murphy joined SNL at 19 in 1980. Wow, the rest is history from there.
Yeah,
man, we definitely got to end it there. Wow. Yo, this has been definitely great. 1980 was a packed year, man. A lot of nostalgia, a lot of music, a lot of movies, comedy, you name it, man. I mean, it's just going down this rabbit hole in 1980 has been fun. It's been real fun. And like I said, we're going to continue to do this, man. So we got a series that we're going to do in the 1980s. This is 1980. So we're going to go to 1981, see what's the biggest things in 1981. So you guys come on back with us to see what's popping in 1981. But
come prepared, because you know they're going to come prepared. We got to come prepared. You know, our family going to come prepared too, yo.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Anybody else got anything to say before we end this live?
Nah, man. Like, share, subscribe.
Check out the channel. Always on Facebook group. You made this far, but you know, you probably Facebook group. This is it, media. Yeah, it's popping over there. I got like a whole list of people I'm about to add tonight, yo, because the line is getting long now to get in. So, thank you, everybody. You know, definitely appreciate it.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, for going to the Facebook page. We definitely want to be adding y'all. I mean, it's really growing really fast, so we greatly appreciate it. And the reason why is if you guys have any requests.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Anything, any type of songs, that's where we're trying to funnel everything right now to make it easier for us to get to your request. Yeah. And as we stated before, if you want your song, if you provide a super thanks with a request, then it will bump your song to the top of the list. But not only that, the super thanks also is a donation to us that really helps this channel so that we can continue to provide you the content more and more and help grow this lovely nation that we have here, that This Is It Nation. So thank you guys so much that have been doing so much and rocking with us. I'm telling y'all, we really love coming here. This is a big moment of family, and y'all are extended family to us, man. So shout out to everybody, man. Really appreciate it. And that's it.
It's a long list. It'll be like Jabbar Roberts, Mr. Barry B, 50/50, of course, Chicago Cubs 71, NCAT, B Dubs, new one.
B Dubs, Jerry Devil,
Karen, Harry, everybody, yo. Somebody can go down the list because I'm like,
Gabe,
it's a Jabbar Roberts, Wheezy, of course, Naron. Every time, yo, definitely appreciate you for real. David W, Daniel Maisie, I just said Wheezy,
Mr. Barry 505, Arlen,
Gabe, it's a whole lot of everybody in the chat. Thank you, everybody, for joining and making this chat the livest chat on the interwebs.
Yeah.
There it is.
Let's hurry up and get off because
somebody says it's good vibes. Let's go ahead.
Somebody just said Magic Johnson 1980. We don't want to go down basketball. We'll be here talking to midnight.
Yeah, Jersey Devil will be here all night if we went to that. So we got to let that go. We got to let that go.
But that's why I've said we're going to definitely more than likely have to do a part 2 of 1980 because it was just such a packed year. We couldn't get it all in on this live. So stay tuned for that. Other than that, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we'll catch you back here next week on the next live. Peace.
1980.